Great British Menu.
Oh.
The UK's most exciting upcoming chefs
Ready to go.
are battling it out
I'm not here to mess around.
for a chance to cook a course
It's game on or game over.
at a banquet to celebrate the very best of British invention and innovation.
No pressure.
It's 30 years since a Brit changed everything by sharing the internet with the world. And since Britain's first astronaut went into space.
Wowza.
Our scientific breakthroughs have changed the way we live. From the Scottish discovery of penicillin a century ago to the first ever postage stamp.
Yikes!
I'll be in the kitchen to support the chefs on their adventures
I can feel the panic.
This is my nightmare.
as some of the most fierce
Chef, Concord is never late.
and accomplished veterans of the competition judge them
It's not. No.
and send one of them home each day.
We've got a bowl under it.
Not much we can say.
The chefs must come up with ambitious dishes that capture the genius and brilliance of British invention.
God, this is a hug and a glass, isn't it?
The judges are looking for skill and groundbreaking culinary innovation.
I like that.
Of course they are. It's Great British Menu. This week, some of the finest chefs from London and the South East.
Intimidated or what?
Not at all.
We'll see about that one.
No pressure, is there?
This week, the top chefs in London and the South East are celebrating the greatest inventions and inventors from their region, from the pioneering Florence Nightingale to the early computer programmer Ada Lovelace, and there's even a nod to the invention of the good old tin can. I can't wait. The region's chefs are all newcomers to the competition. First up, confident Tony Parkin, originally from Reading. He's head chef at the Tudor Room near Windsor.
There's a lot at stake for me. I've got a very good reputation. I've got a Michelin star, so I don't want to be going home first.
Creative Ben Murphy trained at three-starred Le Bristol in Paris
Morning. How's it going? Hey. All good?
and is over the moon to be achieving a long-held ambition to compete on GBM.
It's a bit surreal to be here, actually cooking. I'm excited to get started. I think it's been a long time coming.
Focused Kim Ratcher-Rowan is one of London's rising stars. She's senior sous chef at one of only 7 three-starred restaurants in the UK.
Hi there, how are
Hi.
you?
Good, thank
I'm
you.
Tony. Where are you from?
From restaurant Gordon Ramsay.
Very nice.
I definitely have what it takes to go to the banquet. I'm focused and I'm driven and I'm super hungry for it.
Finally, modest Ollie Marlowe, head chef at Owlis in London and Michelin-starred Roganic in Hong Kong. He's hoping to replicate the banquet successes of 2 of his stablemates.
In our company, there's like 2 guys who've already been on the programme, done really well, like Tom Barnes and Simon Rogan.
Yeah.
No pressure then.
The pressure's on, I've already been told I have to make it a 3rd. All the chefs in this room, there's no clear favourite in my eyes. Everyone's super talented and it's an even playing field.
Hello, chefs.
Hello.
How you're doing?
Definitely a little bit nervous, so seeing these 3 guys.
Do you know each other?
I know of everyone, but
You
we
know
don't know
of
each other.
everyone. Ooh.
I know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm capable of as well, so they need to watch out.
Wow.
Yes, Kim.
Fighting talk.
First up, it's the canapé course. Your veteran is on the way. You're ready?
Yeah.
May the battle commence.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. The canapés are a vital first impression, but 2 of our chefs are in danger of stepping on each other's culinary toes.
So, Ollie, you're doing beef and oyster as well?
Yeah, I think we're doing exactly the same dish.
Ollie's using beef tendon in his steamed oyster custard, while Kim has opted for using beef fillet in her beef and oyster tartare.
This is crispy shallot rings to give it texture.
Tony's hoping his take on the classic combo of potato, onion and cheese will win over the veteran.
We're going to drop this bad boy.
And Ben is marrying chicken liver parfait with a savoury bourbon biscuit. They won't be formally scored, but the veteran judge will use the canapés in the event of a tiebreaker. So who is the veteran judge? So if I say Paul Ainsworth,
Yeah, massive fan of Paul's. Someone I've looked up to for quite a long time.
And what do you think about Richard Corrigan?
It's quite scary.
And what about Lisa Goodwin Allen? Do you think she'd be scary?
Probably not, but once she's here, I'll be scared no matter what.
Deciding their fate is the 2011 Southwest champion. Returning for his 4th time as veteran, it's Michelin-starred king of Cornish fine dining, Paul Ainsworth.
Hello, chefs.
Hi, Chef.
Chef.
Right, who's first?
Me, Chef.
Ollie's offering, called London is Your Oyster, is a nod to the creation of London's smart travel card.
It's an oyster custard with beef tendon on the top, some mushroom foam. And it's inspired by the Oyster cards and the invention of that by Professor Jim Scott.
Kim, what have we got?
So this is called Always in Trend. It's a beef and oyster tartare.
Kim's dish celebrates a fashion designer synonymous with London.
This is inspired by Mary Quant, who invented the miniskirt.
We love Mary Quant. Tony's celebrates pioneering treatment at a London hospital.
So we've got vitamin A, so it's a potato confit, onion ketchup, onion powder, and this is finished off with Berkshire cheese. Vitamin A was given to patients at Queen Mary's Hospital after they had surgery.
And finally, Ben's homage to a favourite biscuit invented in London.
So the name of the dish is the Bourbon biscuit. It's a chicken liver parfait, Jensen's gin gel, and juniper.
For me, this brief is brilliant. It's about innovation, creativity, but it has to be knockout flavour. And so far, so good. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm very happy with Paul Ainsworth being the veteran judge.
My food is mainly about flavour, and that's what Paul said, so I'm quite confident.
If you had to rank these, let's start at the bottom.
So I would actually go Ben in 4th place.
Right.
I felt that the cocoa was quite strong on the biscuit, but a brilliant idea.
Okay.
Good parfait.
I like the sweetness. It really cuts through that richness.
Next, I would go Tony. It was nice, you know, simple flavours, that craveable kind of umami-style food.
Yeah.
Basically a posh cheese and onion crisp.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So it's like a crisp.
Number 2, I would put Kim, the tartare, the oyster, the pickled shallots. Beautiful. Really refined, elegant, delicious.
So lots of Asian flavours.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's stunning.
But I tell you what, Ollie in 1st place for me. The richness of the custard, the oyster, the caviar, fantastic.
It's nice texture of that beef tendon in there.
Taste to see, it's good, though.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to get started.
I just hope they haven't peaked too early.
By the end of the day, one of the chefs will be eliminated from the competition. With that pressure in mind, they crack on with the first scored course, the starter, inspired by innovations and inventions from London and the South East.
Just want to get everything on cooking.
Paul placed Ben's canapé last, so he needs to impress with his vegetable patch starter, honouring an invention from over 300 years ago that revolutionised British agriculture.
This dish is called Sea Drill's Garden. Inspiration is a gentleman called Jethro Tull. So Jethro Tull invented the horse-drawn sea drill in 1701. It's a way of spreading seeds evenly.
Talk me through each vegetable, what you're going to do, how you're going to serve it.
So I'm going to pickle the radishes, the fennel and the beetroot and turnip juice.
Yeah.
The king oyster, I'm going to keep raw. I'm going to roast the potatoes.
Yeah.
What's happening with these things up here?
These vegetables are going to be blanched. The base will be a truffle ragu.
Yeah.
Mushroom powder will be the kind of soil aspect of the dish.
Yeah.
Having a celeriac and mint cream for freshness.
Never had celeriac and mint before, look forward to it.
Amazing, good.
A lot to do. Got enough time?
I'm going to make it enough time.
Tony Starter celebrates the compassionate reputation of Britain's most famous nurse who cared for troops during the Crimean War of the 1850s.
The title of the dish is Tea Makes Everything Better.
Oh, good
and it's
point.
Inspired by Florence Nightingale. She always thought tea would make everything better, and it was a big philosophy she had throughout the hospitals that she worked in.
It's lovely when you look beyond just the image of the lady with the lamp, and there's so much more to her, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, you've got some beautiful ingredients there, Tony. Talk us through them.
So the basis of the dish is a heavily roasted hen of the woods mushroom.
Yeah.
And then a really acidic date ketchup.
Yeah.
And the ham will layer on top of that.
Okay.
And then a very thin spiral potato crisp.
Yeah.
And then these boys here.
Tell me about these.
Cordyceps. It's a mushroom which I'm going to use as a texture. It's quite big in Chinese cooking.
They ooze mushroom smell, don't they? They're gorgeous.
And just to bring all of this together, it's finished off by a really light mushroom tea.
Yeah.
Deceptively simple looking, I think.
Yeah, I don't need to put 15 elements on a plate.
Did you hear that, Ben?
Yeah,
A little bit of a dig, I think, there. All right.
I love a fight.
Just as well, because he's standing right next to you. Like Ben, Kim has dedicated her dish to Southeast agricultural pioneer Jethro Tull. But she'll be using her arsenal of Thai flavours to try to win veteran Paul over.
My dish is called Planting a Good Seed. It's completely different to what Ben is doing. So we have quail, which is going to be marinated in a satay sauce. But because the dish is based on seeds, mixing all this together to make a sunflower seed instead of a peanut satay sauce. But it still has that nutty flavour, so it still have that richness
That's
as well.
so clever. I love
Very
that.
clever.
And then I'm doing pickled radishes and pickled carrots and a fresh cucumber to go with that, just to bring a bit of freshness to the dish, and a carrot puree, so a bit of sweetness as well.
An innovation that led to the production of salad crops 100 feet underground in South London inspired Ollie's starter dish.
My dish is called Growing Underground. It's inspired by the first ever underground farm.
In Clapham?
In Clapham, on the Clapham Common.
I know those guys.
So it used to be an air raid shelter in World War II, and obviously they've taken the space and reinvented it.
Almost like underground allotments, aren't they? Which is a brilliant invention.
There's very little things on your worktop.
There's very little here, but there's lots of flavour on the bench. We have basically an artichoke salad, and it's going to resemble the underground. So we have artichoke puree in pieces, and there's some crones here, a bit like asparagus in a way. They only grow for like 3 to 4 weeks tops, and they're really sweet. You can almost eat them raw, but I'm going to roast them up gently. And then we're going to have some pickled onions, reduced stout reduction, the ragstone cheese, puree, and make a crumb to resemble the soil out of malt and chestnut flour.
Not much going on, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
Are you regretting giving yourself so much work?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. For his market garden designs dish, inspired by agricultural innovator Jethro Tull, Ben is making a truffle ragu, dicing turnip and celeriac.
I've just added some minced truffle for the ragu, which will go under the base of the mint cream.
He adds red wine and stock, simmering until reduced and then sets aside.
I'm going to be serving at room temperature, so it's going to find a good balance with the celeriac and mint cream.
Will this be like a base?
Like a base, yeah. And you'll be able to taste a little bit of that with each vegetable.
Yeah, and time-wise, you're looking good.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Just try Ben's truffle ragu. Very nice, but also very strong. Now, he's putting this with delicate vegetables. There's a celeriac and mint puree going into this dish as well, so both of those flavours have to come through.
Ben cut his teeth as a chef working for the legendary Pierre Kaufmann, followed by stints working in the south of France and the USA. 4 years ago, he became head chef at swanky London restaurant Launceston Place.
I've only ever worked in Michelin-star restaurants. So 2 celeriac, 1 lobster, 1 ceviche. My food style is fun, it's quirky, it's modern European. The fact that I got selected to compete on Great British Menu was a bit surreal. I've been watching it over the last 10 years plus. I know exactly what's expected. I am going guns blazing with what I'm delivering. I want to do the best. And yeah, I do think that I have a chance. All right, service please.
Back in the kitchen with the ragu done, Ben can get on with his various vegetables.
It's just vegetables cooked properly, nothing too complicated.
For his nod to medical marvel Florence Nightingale, Tony's brewing a mushroom tea.
So basically making like a strong mushroom stock, and then I'm going to reduce it down.
Next, he fries cordyceps, a shoestring-like fungus used in Chinese medicine, and also makes a date ketchup, blitzing stewed dates with sherry vinegar and sugar.
Can I try some?
Yeah, of course you can. So this is really strong, really bold, but this is the acid that's going to cut through the meatiness of the mushroom.
So on its own, quite strong, but all balanced with the
like
dish.
Sweet, sour, a bit like a posh brown sauce.
Just been to Tony's station and tried the date ketchup. You know, he's got quite a savoury dish going on there, so you've got the sweetness of the dates, but little taste of it, delicious.
So these are lovely Norfolk quail.
Kim's quail starter is inspired by seed drill inventor Jethro Tull, just like Ben's dishes.
Intimidated or what?
Not at all.
Not at all. We'll see about that one.
Born in Thailand, Kim has lived in the UK since she was 12. For the last 6 years, she has fought hard to work her way up the ladder at world-famous 3-starred restaurant Gordon Ramsay in London.
Working in this kitchen, we don't compromise. We're always on the top of our game. Raviolis and Jackman course covered soul. I would describe my food as Thai heritage. I'm using Thai flavours, but mixing it with the techniques that I've learned here. How long, please?
Coming for 30 seconds.
My main inspiration is my grandma. Oh, God. She taught me all different Thai traditional dishes and what we used to eat back at home. She's just been in the background pushing me forward. Everything I do has to be the best it can be. Going up against other chefs within my region, I'm gonna smash it out. I'm not here to make the numbers, I'm here to win.
Back in the kitchen, Kim's quail will be served with satay sauce, for which she makes an aromatic paste.
Get my pounding arms out.
She cooks this in a pan with coconut milk, reducing by 3/4.
Has it got the seeds in it?
No, not yet. It's gonna go in last minute.
Yeah.
I still need to pass this off, but I want it that thick.
So you're happy?
I'm happy with this, yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Ollie's serving Jerusalem artichokes 3 ways in his salad, honouring an innovative underground farm in South London.
It looks simple, but it'll be good at the end.
To add some zing to his dish, Ollie prepares a reduction of stout vinegar
We'll reduce that down to a glaze.
and also scorches some pickled onions.
So we've got the onions.
Yes, the artichoke puree is on now. The skins are in the dehydrator.
Yeah.
And this is a stout reduction.
Really excited by this, how it works.
Nice and sweet.
Yeah.
It pops on the tongue, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it really goes on the artichokes. Obviously, the artichoke being quite bitter.
I just tried Ollie's stout reduction and I can really see how that all worked beautiful with those Jerusalem artichokes. I just hope that Ollie's not played things too simple and it's just an artichoke salad, you know, like I'm looking for him to be really pushing himself.
Ben will be the first to serve his dish, but before he does, he toasts sesame seeds and combines with black truffle, fennel pollen and dried pecorino cheese to serve alongside his plates designed to look like fields.
In the little spray pots, there's a truffle vinaigrette. So the judges will season that at the table. So yeah, it's just a little addition.
Next, Ben plates his soil looky-likey truffle ragu and pipes on celeriac and mint puree.
What's this powder?
So mushroom and truffle powder.
Okay.
He plates his vegetables cooked in a variety of ways and decorates them with marigold flowers, rocket cress sprigs and turnip tops.
They're going to eat out of the box.
Yeah.
4 minutes, Ben, 4 minutes.
Yes, chef.
Red-veined sorrel leaves follow, pea shoots too.
How long are you going to be?
1 minute, chef.
2 minutes early by the sounds of it.
So the name of the dish is Seed Drill Garden. Inspiration is Jethro Tull. He invented a way of spreading seeds evenly.
Looks fantastic.
So much detail.
Okay, ready, Ben? Let's go taste.
Let's go.
Enjoy.
First one out the gate, first one out the gate. All of that work and he came up 2 minutes early.
No pressure.
Quite impressive, quite impressive.
The cooking of the vegetables. You happy?
Yeah. There's different textures, some crunchy, some soft.
It's quite al dente.
I like my veg al dente, but all the vegetables are a little bit one-dimensional potentially. You probably could have pickled a little bit more.
Be a little bit of acidity in there would be good.
That celeriac and mint puree. Are you happy with the amount of mint in there?
Yeah, I think the mint does give a good harmony to the dish. It's not too overpowering.
And the truffle ragu, you've got the right balance of that with the dish?
Yeah, I think so.
And the truffle really comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very earthy.
Yeah.
If you had to give yourself a score, what would you give yourself?
I'd be happy with an 8.
Yeah?
I might add a little bit more seasoning.
Tony.
I'm going to go an 8.
7.
I'd go 7 too. Go, Ben.
How was it?
It doesn't give much away at all.
Tony's up next with his Florence Nightingale-inspired starter. He carefully cooks his hen of the woods mushrooms.
So I'm going to roast it hard on one side and then flip it over, gently cook it so it keeps its moisture.
Before serving, he glazes with mushroom tea.
Tony, you've got 10 minutes.
Yes, chef.
Are you going to be early?
That's 2.
A punctual bunch.
I know. Next, he tops with date ketchup and Iberico ham.
I love Iberico ham.
Once plated, Tony adds more date ketchup and tops with the potato crisps and cordyceps.
So it's just a bit of texture, but also a little bit of earthiness.
He serves with mushroom tea and dimmed lights. Ah,
Tea makes everything better. Inspired by Florence Nightingale.
Happy?
I am now, yeah.
Looks incredible, no, chefs?
Yeah.
Incredible, yeah.
Let's taste.
thank you. Wow, look at that colour.
Really nice colour, isn't it?
Happy with the tea?
I am, yeah. I think it's really quite meaty.
Ketchup?
I think maybe a little bit more on the top, but I think because it's underneath the mushroom as well, I think that comes through.
I mean, the broth is exactly what you want it to be. Like, the tea, you want it really intense.
And I like how we put the date puree on there.
Yeah.
For extra sweetness.
That's where the sweet's coming from,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
The cordyceps and the potato, exactly how you want it on the top there.
Yeah, I just want that nice little intense bit of mushroom on the top and then in the middle, and then the potato just to bring an earthy linger.
I don't really get the potato, but that mushroom, yeah, it does work.
Maybe one or the other.
Yeah.
If you're going to score yourself on this, Tony?
Might dial down the seasoning a little bit on the broth, but probably a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Let's have scores, shall we?
I think I'm going to go with a 7.
OK.
Me, a 7 as well.
Yeah, 7.
7's all round. Thank you very much, guys.
How was it?
I don't know, I think it's do that normal chef thing where you sort of question it, and I think I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Before Kim plates her Jethro Tull-inspired dish, she finishes off her quails on the barbecue. Oh, look. Seed bags.
What's that, just an array of pickled veg?
Yeah.
Kim pipes on carrot puree.
How long are you going to be?
4 minutes, please.
Look at early one.
We've got chickweed going on there as well.
Not only is she going to be 6 minutes early, but look at the precision on the plate. She adds confit quail legs dipped in buckwheat and amaranth seeds. So intrigued by this plate.
What else you got left to do, Kim?
Just carve the squirrel.
Nice.
You happy with the cooking?
Yeah.
The quail breast is brushed with a tamarind glaze and the dish is completed with jugs of satay sauce.
So the name of the dish is Planting a Good Seed, and the inspiration behind it is Jethro Tull.
OK. Pick one and let's go.
This one.
What do you think of the look of this, guys?
It looks amazing.
Clean.
Yeah.
Satay sauce. Happy?
I'm happy, yeah. I think the sunflower seeds bring that richness and nutty flavour to the dish.
The sauce is incredible.
That's a win for you guys, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Very interesting.
Yeah, class act.
Cooking of the quail. Just how you want it?
Yeah, it's not too under, and I think how I finish it on the barbecue as well still give that smoky flavour.
What do you think about the cooking on the quail?
I think it's perfect. It's a touch pink, which is what I think everyone wants these days.
I would have probably got more colour on the skin.
What would you give yourself?
I'll say an 8.
Yeah.
I'll give that an 8.
I'll give it a 9.
I'll get 8 as well.
Thank you very much.
How is it, guys?
Very nice.
The sauce is insane.
Yeah, I love the sauce. I need a recipe for that.
Last to the pass is Ollie with his underground farm-inspired artichoke salad.
What's that?
A stout vinegar reduction. It's been reduced down to a glaze, so it's nice and syrupy.
Ollie, you've got 18 minutes. 18. How long are you going to be?
I'm probably going to need about 5, chef.
I think this is the first time since I've been in the kitchen that every single person has been early to the pass.
It's a first for me as well.
Next, Ollie plates the Jerusalem artichoke puree, followed by a ragstone cheese element.
Where's your cheese?
It's just in here. It's basically like a cheesy milk.
Cheesy.
With a little bit of agar to set it. These are the artichoke pieces.
What's this?
This is like a malt soil.
Jerusalem artichoke crisps are next.
Let's hope Chef Paul likes artichoke.
Crones, a close relative of the Jerusalem artichoke, are scattered on, along with pickled onions and a selection of herbs and edible flowers.
So all of these herbs that I'm putting on now from the farm are growing underground.
Yep.
We're going to hit the lights, please. So my dish is called Growing Underground, inspired by the first ever underground farm, which used to be an air raid shelter.
Inspired.
Yeah.
OK, lights back up. Happy?
Hope so.
I'll take that one.
Yep,
Thank you. Good luck, Ollie.
nice one.
I'm just trying to take this off and see what it looks like under there. Oh, my gosh. Isn't that beautiful?
Ollie, you've showcased the Jerusalem artichoke three ways. Are all the different techniques coming through? You happy?
Yeah, I don't like to waste any produce. I think they all bring something different, whether it's texture or flavour.
How about the confit Jerusalem artichokes, Ben?
Yeah, they're really tasty.
Very tasty, aren't
Strong
they?
in flavour.
You got enough ragstone?
I didn't want it to overpower the artichoke. It's an artichoke dish.
Is there anything you would change?
I'd probably reduce the stout, vinegar down a little bit more.
Stout reduction. Do you think it's working for you?
Yeah, it's very harmonious, the whole thing. Bringing it all together. It's a very strong dish, really good.
What would you give yourself?
I'd give myself a high 7 if that's the thing.
A high 7.
A good 9, I think. Yeah, it's a really, really tasty dish.
9.
9?
Yeah, I think that's a strong 9. Right?
Here it is.
Going.
Yeah, a lot better now that's done with.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I thought it was outstanding.
Are you saying that or are you like...
No,
I was slagging you off on that.
Yeah, I know. My ears are burning.
There's two standout dishes. There's one that's quite close behind, and then there's one that, you know, needs work.
Scoring next, what are we thinking?
Hopefully we've made Paul's job a little bit harder.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, there are 2 of those dishes that I could see at banquet.
Let's go and find out what Paul scored us.
Right, I'm going to start with you, Ben. For your dish, Seed Drill's Garden. The presentation, the attention to detail was stunning. My favourite element was the truffle ragu. I was worried about the balance, that it wouldn't be right, but you know what? It worked. The celeriac puree, it was smooth, it was rich. The mint oil for me didn't work and I think was a step too far. You put so much work into your vegetables, Ben, but unfortunately for me, they were just a little bit too bland. And the seasoning was just lacking throughout the dish. Tony, for your dish, tea will make it all better. The one element you had to get right was that mushroom tea, and you absolutely nailed it.
Thank you.
The hen of the woods was beautifully roasted and glazed. The date ketchup brought much needed sweetness and acidity. But Tony, if I had one criticism for me, it was the texture on top. It was a bit too one-dimensional. I feel the potato needs to be, say, a different shape, and maybe the cordyceps dusted with a little bit of set powder, something like that. Kim, for your dish, planting a good seed. You showed me that you really, truly understand balance in a dish. It was stunning. The quail breast was beautifully cooked. The leg was a masterclass in comfy cooking. The satay sauce. You blew me away with the addition of the roasted seeds. I'd go as far as to say I preferred your version. Ollie, for your dish, growing underground. You kept it very simple. You used every bit of that Jerusalem artichoke. I love the roasted pulp. The skins were crispy and earthy. The ragstone cheese puree brought savouriness, umami. Everything was brought together, though, by that masterstroke of the stout reduction. Very intelligent cooking. So, to the scores. Ben, I'm giving you a 7.
Ben, there's a lot to like about this dish. I think I was looking for a little more definition between the individual flavours. I think it ended up being a bit one note.
Tony, I'm scoring you an 8.
This dish has got so much potential, it just needs a little tweaking, I think.
Kim, I'm scoring you a 10. Well done, chef.
Thank you.
Kim, you revolutionised satay sauce. A true innovation. You hit the brief bang on the head. Congratulations.
Ollie, I'm scoring you a 10 also, chef. Great work.
Ollie, I can already see this dish at the banquet. It's absolutely stunning. And I have decided that I'm going to live in a barrel of stout reduction.
You've blown me away on the starters. Keep going. It's all to play for. Well done.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy with that?
I'm very happy. Happy?
Very happy. I
Feeling
wasn't
good?
expecting that, honestly.
They were both outstanding dishes, yeah.
Thank you.
Next up, it's the fish course, and with seafood and fish expert Paul Ainsworth judging, and the scores being so close, the pressure is on.
I'm super happy that Paul has given me a 10, but Ollie also got a 10, so going into the fish course, I have to keep the standards very high.
So what are you guys looking for score-wise on this dish?
Ideally a 10, because I'm behind at the moment.
I'll go with 9.5.
For me to get back into the competition, I need to get a 10. There's no doubt about it. I will be pushing for a 10. I believe this dish can get a 10.
Ollie's prepping lobster for his dish, dedicated to a woman born in London in 1815 and credited for creating the first computer program or algorithm.
So the title of my dish is a bit of a tongue twister. It's Ada Lovelace's algorithm to the perfect plated lobster. She was the first person to actually write an algorithm.
I love Ada Lovelace. I'm an Ada Lovelace fan.
And it's actually linked to food quite a lot. If you think of like flavour pairings in all the shops and supermarkets, you have all these algorithms to what ingredients go with what. So I've done a bit of research with this. I've only got 4 ingredients on my plate.
Right.
I've got lobster, fermented black garlic, kale, and butter.
So algorithmically, are those 4 things that come up?
Yes, those 4 things definitely go well together.
OK, absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ollie. Kim's filleting Dover sole for her dish, inspired by the 1955 invention of a kitchen gadget that revolutionised tea time.
So I'm cooking a dish called Get the Kettle On, inspired by William Russell and Peter Hobbs, who invented the first automatic kettle. It's called a K1 kettle.
What I noticed with you on your first dish is that you're using your French training and marrying that with your heritage. Will that be happening again here?
Yes, I think throughout my whole menu, that's what I'm trying to concentrate on. So with this dish, I'm doing a tom yum consommé.
Oh, wow, lovely.
Yeah, so trying to extract all that flavour from the lemongrass and the galagal and the kaffir lamb leaves. To go with that is a Dover sole, which is going to be poached and then pan-fried.
Beautiful.
And also some radishes and some baby mushroom and something called cauliflower mushroom.
It sounds wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Behind Kim and Ollie on 8 points, Tony is taking a leaf out of Kim's book with his Thai-style dish inspired by a Londoner known for her studies of chimpanzees.
So the title of the dish is Spicy Monkey.
Spicy monkey.
And it is linked with Jane Goodall, who did loads of work with chimpanzees.
She was like at the forefront of behavioural science for primates.
It's basically me taking the flavours of the jungle to Jane. So it's basically a jungle curry.
Oh, I love
I've
it.
tamed it down a bit, and the spicy monkey element is actually grilled monkfish.
Ah, monkfish,
Yeah.
gotcha. I like it.
And then it will just be finished off with a jungle curry broth.
But you concerned at all because Kim is also working with a sort of Thai consomme?
Not really, no.
No. I love it. I love that he just goes no. In last place, Ben's taking a risk cooking lobster, which he can't even taste, in a dish paying homage to the London invention of the humble tin can.
So the dish is called You'll Be Eating It All. The inspiration is Peter Durand, so he's the inventor of the tin can.
Oh!
The dish is actually lobster. I'm allergic to lobster, so I can't taste it. But,
And how have you tried this out before then?
So I've tested it with my team.
So the tin can was invented in
1810. Yeah.
1810. How extraordinary.
Exactly.
So it changed life for all of
Exactly.
us, really, that way of preserving
That's just
food.
it.
How is that going to play out on your dish?
So I'm going to make a tin can lid made out of the lobster bisque, white chocolate.
Oh my gosh. So it's quite important to balance that white chocolate so it's not too sweet, right?
Exactly.
That's it's ballsy, Ben.
Yeah,
Ballsy,
yeah.
It's out there. You know, white chocolate and lobster.
I guess this is probably the riskiest dish throughout my whole menu, but then I've got a lot of competition. I need to get back on track. So
Yeah, this is a fierce kitchen.
So guys, cooking fish for Paul Ainsworth. How do you feel?
Well, we've got a restaurant on Padstow right by the sea, so...
Exactly.
No pressure is there.
Let's start with Ben. I'm a little concerned that he can't taste shellfish, but he's making lobster.
That blows my mind. There's such a bounty of produce. Why not use something else that you can taste?
Let's talk about Ollie. He's only got 4 things.
That's I think, a wonderful thing about Ollie. I think he's kind of very understated. He underplays it. He's the dark horse.
Kim, she's got a tom yum consomme.
So many times I've had dishes like that you can't taste nothing else but chili.
Yeah.
But she's a master of these flavours. We saw that in the starter course. You know, I hope this is exactly the same for the fish course.
And then Tony,
Yeah.
he's working with
Yeah.
Thai flavours.
He's kind of putting it all on this broth. So this
Again.
broth has to be absolutely incredible.
Listen.
And that monkfish has to be knockout.
Yeah, yeah. These chefs are top of their game and they're on fire. I
Yeah.
can't wait for this fish course.
Yeah, me too, me too.
Excited. Currently in joint lead with Kim on 10, Ollie's dish, inspired by the 19th century godmother of computer programming, focuses on just a few elements.
Make any more noise, sir?
I'm sorry, Kim.
Lobster is the hero ingredient. The tails will be barbecued just before plating, but first Ollie cooks them in brown butter.
You're using the whole lobster?
I'm using the heads to make the lobster butter and the claws to make the sauce. Just want to make sure I get the most out of it.
Having trained at legendary restaurants, including Le Manoir aux Quatre Saisons and The Fat Duck, Ollie is now executive head chef at Owlis in London and Michelin-starred Roganic in Hong Kong. Boss Simon Rogan and colleague Tom Barnes have both taken dishes to the banquet, so the pressure is on.
So here in Owlis, we do 8 guests a night, a tasting menu format. It's one tiny little room in the streets of Soho, so it's very intimate. So the dishes might look very simple, but we want it to be an explosion of flavour. Having Simon and Tom, who've done GBM before, but they're definitely not going to let me live it down if I don't get a dish to the banquet. I feel I can definitely do that. For me, it's all about the brief and celebrating these great British inventions.
Back in the kitchen, Ollie makes a sauce to pour over his lobster tails. Taking shrimp stock and blending with cream, milk, butter and lemon juice. And Paul is on the prowl.
It's basically a classic lobster bisque. You're going to finish it with a little bit of salt and lemon, just to finish it up a la menu.
Yeah.
Kim's dish, celebrating the invention of the automatic kettle, will feature Dover sole, accompanied by a Thai tom yum consomme. She wants it to be gin clear, so she creates a raft from chicken breast, egg whites and Thai herbs.
So I've got Thai basil and coriander. Gonna chop that into the raft.
This then sits on top of the Thai-flavoured broth to attract impurities.
Just want this egg whites to cook so that it starts clarifying the consommé, because this is the most important part of the dish. Don't want to take my eyes off it because it can go very wrong.
It's Battle of the Broths as Tony, who is trailing Kim and Ollie by 2 points, is also creating one using similar Thai ingredients.
I just hope that Tony knows about his spices.
But this could be a little bit too spicy, but I can take it. That's it.
I can definitely take
Yeah,
spice.
no, it's not you I'm worried about.
Tony's CV reads like a who's who of globally renowned restaurants, including Noma and Commandaten in Copenhagen and Northcote Manor here in the UK. These days, he's head chef at the Tudor Rooms near Windsor.
My career highlight so far is definitely achieving a Michelin star, which we achieved in under 5 months. 2 turbot, 2 venison, 2 lemon, 2 chocolate. The food style in the restaurant is classically based, modern French, but we use a lot of seasonings from Thailand to lighten up the dishes. I'm a really bad loser, so therefore I will go all guns blazing in this one. I've got a strong, balanced menu, and I am looking to get at least 1 dish to the banquet. Service.
All right, Tony.
Hello, chef. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good, really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Rough?
It is indeed, yeah. Got a little bit of finishing, but it's pretty much there. Don't take too much at once.
Tony's broth, it's powerful, it's strong, you know, and he is going to have to be absolutely on it that he gets the balance right.
Cooking to stay in the competition, Ben's prepping the lobster he's allergic to in his dish, paying homage to the invention of the tin can.
I feel pretty confident, to be fair.
Yeah?
I've been practicing. Poor Ainsworth might give me a 10.
It is brave.
I hope not.
Ben's lobster will be complemented with tin can lids.
What are we doing here?
So this is the edible lid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's white chocolate, biff,
Yeah.
and a little bit of cocoa butter just to set it.
Good. Have you got anything I can taste?
Yeah, coriander coulis.
Yeah.
So this is quite intense, and that's going to be the cut through of the lobster, just so there's a bit of contrast.
Yeah.
It's the moment of truth for Kim's consommé. Has it clarified?
Really happy with this. I'm actually excited to serve it to 4 now. I might add a little bit of chilli in there. Taking a risk.
Well, some like it hot, but is Paul Ainsworth one of them?
Excellent. And everything else?
Everything else. So the fish is poached, and then all the veg I just need to cook 10 minutes before.
I just tried Kim's consommé, and I'm not going to make any judgment yet until I've had it with the whole dish, but it has got a bit of kick to it.
Ollie's first to the pass with his algorithmic fish dish. But before plating can begin, he finishes his lobster tails on the barbecue.
Kim, you'll put 3 in each of the black ones, please.
So what's this?
This is kale dressed in elderflower vinaigrette.
You happy with the cooking?
I think so, yeah.
Lush.
The lobster is next to the plates, along with the shrimp sauce and sea lettuce crisps. But the final plating is done by the diner, following the algorithm.
So the name of the dish is Ada Lovelace's algorithm to the perfect plated lobster.
Yeah.
So the idea is this comes round to the front, and you can follow the instructions
Excellent. It's fun.
It's fun, right, already? Oh, look.
Oh, brilliant. So the larger piece at the back, yeah?
Yep.
Very, very clever. Okay, plate black garlic emulsion.
It's fun.
It's brilliant. I love it. Plate kale florets and sea lettuce crisps.
I could see this at the banquet, couldn't you? Everybody would really... I mean,
So
it's
interactive.
fun.
Sauce. Lights back up, please.
Ooh.
Lovely. Look, I can't wait to get
Beautiful.
stuck in. Shall we go taste?
Yep.
Good luck, chef. Obviously, Ben, you can't really eat any of this. Did you enjoy the plating?
Yeah, very exciting.
Cooking of the lobster, just how you want it.
Yeah, I think it's cooked nicely. Maybe you could have taken a touch more on the barbecue for the smokiness.
Really beautiful seasoning.
I like the smoke on there as well.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Sauce, right consistency, happy with the flavour.
Yeah, it's really, really intense. You're probably not going to want too much of that, so you want to almost feel like your taste buds are pinging.
And what do you think of the shrimp sauce?
Sauce is really delicate. It all balances really well.
If you had to score yourself for this dish, what would you give yourself, Ollie?
I'd probably give it a 9.
I think it'll be a 10 for me. Yeah.
Tony,
9.
why a 9? What do you think it's lacking?
The only thing that I would be worried about is the temperature of the food after it's been played up, but also I could do without and getting another 10.
Okay.
How is it?
I'm happy with it, so even if it's a 2, I'm cool with it.
It's not a 2.
Kim's frying cauliflower fungus and finishing off her Dover sole.
This is the happy place cooking.
Then plating can begin in earnest, starting with the blanched celery,
Those little mushrooms.
Yeah, so there's cauliflower, mushroom and chimichurri.
radishes and spring onion rings follow, along with pickled chilli.
4 minutes to the pass, Kim.
Yep. Time goes really quick when you're under pressure.
The Dover sole is next.
What's that going on?
Some finger lime, just for like the citrus flavour.
I've got that on my dish as well.
Me too.
Just coming up to 2 minutes there,
Yeah.
Kim.
Celery leaves, Thai basil and coriander cress garnish the dish.
Right.
1 minute left, Kim. 1
Yeah.
minute.
And the Tom Yum consomme is served in an old-school kettle.
So get the kettle on. The inspiration is William Russell and Peter Hobbs, who invented this first automatic kettle.
How was that?
Yeah, it's a little bit
push?
stressful. Yeah, quite a push.
Right, pick which one you'd like to take to the...
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
No problem.
Good luck, chef.
Thank
you.
you. The broth, just pour in?
Just pour in, yeah. Literally just to like cover the fish.
Happy with the spicing and the level of chilli?
Yeah. Happy with that heat.
Ooh, got a kick in it.
Wow. Heavens.
Yeah.
You're pulling a that's really hot face.
Me and hot food? Nah,
Is it too hot for you?
too hot for me.
I love it, which means Ben's going to hate my dish.
The Dover sole.
Yep.
Happy with the cooking?
I'm happy with the cooking, yeah.
Yeah.
I cooked it just slightly under because the consomme is hot and that's going to carry on the cooking, so I don't want it to be completely overcooked because it can be quite dry.
What about the Dover sole? How's that cooked?
Yeah, it's nice.
For me, it's a little bit bland.
The consomme is so strong, I can't taste the fish.
So should we score it?
I'd give it a 7.
I'm going to say an 8.
Ben?
I'll say a 7.
What would you score yourself?
This one, I think it's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah. How'd you guys find that?
For me, it was a little bit too spicy.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried.
Time to see if Tony's spicy broth will tantalise or torture the taste buds. Once his monkfish is sizzling away on the barbecue, he begins plating. First up, cherry tomatoes and compressed watermelon balls.
What have you done to the watermelons?
Just compressed in a little bit of lime zest and lime juice.
Tony scatters finger lime pearls and drizzles with coriander oil.
Tony, you've got 8 minutes.
The chef,
How long are you going to be?
2.5.
2.5.
He decorates with kaffir lime leaves, spring onions, micro coriander and Thai basil.
So what happens is we'll put a broth on that and all the herbs will wilt.
Then it's time for the fish itself to take centre stage.
You happy?
I'm happy with it, yeah.
Let's do it.
Hi, guys.
Here they are.
Brilliant.
The dish is served with jugs of Tony's chilli and citrus broth.
So the dish is called Spicy Monkey.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by Jane Goodall and her work with primates.
Happy, Tony?
Really happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go taste.
Good luck, Tony.
Thank you.
Comes with a little message. I think the best evenings are when we have messages, things that make us think, but we can also laugh and enjoy each other's company. That's Dr. Jane Goodall.
Happy with the cooking of the fish, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely. I think steaming it and then just finishing it over the top of the coals. I didn't want the barbecue flavour, but just almost like dry out the outside.
And monkfish is always very meaty, in my opinion, so it's almost it is like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
The chilli and citrus broth. How you want it, Tony?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It is spicy, but it's supposed to be like that.
Not really, it's not that hot.
For me, it's got a kick.
I like it. And the tomatoes and watermelon cruise down the palate a little bit.
If you were to score yourself on this, Tony, what would you give yourself?
I'd like a 9.
You'd like a 9?
I'd like a 9.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 8 because I don't want to be too cocky.
Yeah.
I'm going to score it at a 9.
Cute.
I would give it an 8.
Ben.
Yeah, I'll say 8 as well.
It's a big smile you got on.
That's because he scored me a 12 and you lot 3s. How are you getting on?
I'm ready. Hoping it's enough.
With nothing more to cook, Ben can get straight on with plating.
Is it cold, your fish course? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's a bit out there, isn't it?
Ben, you've got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How long do you think you'll be?
5.
Love for you guys. Lobster in celery gel is first, placed on top of a yuzu cream sauce.
Got some finger lime as well. Acidity.
Yeah, everyone's got the finger limes today.
What, 8?
Just little croutons, just some texture.
Sea salt and celery leaves are next. What's in that little bottle, Ben?
Coriander coulis.
And what's that last bit you're putting on there?
Lobster oil.
I was hoping you were going to say that. The dish is finished with sprigs of coriander cress and Ben's tin can lids made from white chocolate and lobster bisque.
So the title of the dish is You'll Be Eating It All.
Yeah.
The inspiration is the inventor of the tin can.
Right, ready?
Yes, please.
Do you want to take this one?
One of them.
What do you think about the look of this dish, Kim?
It's quite inventive.
What made you choose lobster? Something that you can't taste.
For me, Great British Menu is about taking risks. This is probably the biggest one I would have taken in my career to date, if anything.
I think the cooking is perfect, but I would have liked my lobster warm. I think it's how you should eat shellfish.
And the sweetness, is that how you want it, with the white chocolate?
Yeah, I tasted it before. I added the lobster bisque and I added salt to that, so I knew it wasn't as sweet. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
I just don't get the white chocolate shellfish thing.
For me, if you take away the lobster, it's a dessert.
One person is going to leave today. You think you've done enough?
Yeah. For this dish, it's probably my strongest one out of the whole menu. I'd give it a 10, 100%, yeah.
I'd give this one a 6.
I'd give it a 6 too.
6.
All right.
A lot of pressure. Hi guys.
All right.
How's it going?
Yeah, good.
How was it?
It gives nothing away, but I think it was okay.
How are you feeling after the fish course?
I'm a bit underwhelmed after how good
The starters were.
and the canapes.
Yes.
But, you know, there was one standout dish there today. I mean, truly, truly standout.
Someone's going home after this.
Hopefully not me.
We'll see. Who knows?
Does this mean you know who you think is going home?
I do. Yep, I've made up my mind.
OK, we'll go find the chef, shall we?
Let's do
All
it.
right. Scores so far have Kim and Ollie on 10, Tony on 8 and Ben on 7.
Ollie, I'm going to start with you. Your dish, Ada Lovelace, algorithm to the perfect plated lobster. Your presentation was memorable, inventive, and it would light up the banquet. The lobster was beautifully cooked, moist, succulent, well glazed with the lobster butter. The lobster sauce was packed with flavour. There was a sweetness from the kale dressing. I thought that touch of the elderflower, genius. Kim, for your dish, get the kettle on. I was worried about the level of chilli and heat coming from the consommé, but I needn't be. It worked brilliantly. The cooking of the Dover sole was outstanding. The mushrooms delivered good umami. I liked all the elements, but together, for me, it just needed another dimension, Kim. Maybe consider adding some prawns or some crab or something that gives it a little bit more richness. Tony, for your dish, spicy monkey. I like the link you made to the jungle curry. I really enjoyed your chili and citrus broth. It had heat, warmth, sourness, saltiness, and good acidity. It was very well balanced. However, I felt that monkfish could have been better. It came to the pass, it looked anemic, pale, and it wasn't nicely cooked. I'm just being brutally honest with you, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ben, for your dish, you'll be eating it all. I cannot fault your presentation, Ben. Very impressive. The cooking of the lobster was good, it was moist and succulent. However, for me, the sweetness of the white chocolate with that cold kind of raw cream with the yuzu, the cold lobster, it didn't work. I don't believe that you can fully do justice to a dish that you cannot taste in its entirety. So, to the scores. Tony, I'm giving you a 7.
Tony, again, this dish has lots of potential, but it's down to refining the detail and getting that fish just right.
Ollie, I'm scoring you a 10.
This is a banquet-worthy dish. Stunning cooking, brilliant presentation, just mind-blowing, brilliant.
Kim, I'm scoring you a 7.
Kim, this dish could definitely score way higher. It's almost like the volume needs to be turned up on the whole thing. It needs to feel more like a special occasion.
Ben, I'm scoring you a 6.
That means Ollie is on 20 points, Kim 17 points, Tony 15, and unfortunately, Ben, you're on 13, which means you're going to be leaving the competition.
Ben, I can speak from experience. I know what it's like to go home, and right now, doesn't feel great, but you know what? Learn from it, dust yourself off, and go again. You've done yourself proud.
Thank you.
Brilliant to have you here. Thank you so much.
Ollie, Tony, Kim, well done. Look forward to tomorrow. Thank
Get
you.
some rest, guys. Thank you.
Well done, guys. Well done, Ollie. 10.
Thank you very much. Sorry to see you going.
Obviously, I feel a bit gutted. I knew the risk was putting white chocolate with lobster. If I was to come back next year, obviously I'll come back a lot stronger, but obviously dishes that I can probably taste.
Getting another 10 from Paul is beyond my wildest dreams. So happy. I'm ready to come in tomorrow and just smash it.
Getting a 7 is a bit disappointing. I have to up my game because Ollie's taking the lead, but I'm going to come back, on top.
I am obviously a little bit deflated. I thought the flavours were there, but we've only got 2 points between me and Kim at the moment, so it's still anyone's game. It's all guns blazing now.
Next time,
Party time.
mains and dessert provide a historic result.
You feeling the pressure?
I didn't come prepared, I'm sorry.
But which chef makes it through to the judges' chamber?
I can't wait for this.